They say Hollow Pines was erased from all official maps after what happened in the 80s, but the forest is still there, hidden, breathing, waiting. It started with disappearances. Campers, hikers, locals thought it was wildlife or bad weather. But then the whispers began. People said if you heard your name spoken in the woods, it meant something inside the forest had chosen you. And once you were chosen, there was no coming back. Eli didn't believe any of that. He was a content creator chasing adrenaline, always on the hunt for cursed places to explore. The internet loved him for it. He saw Hollow Pines as the ultimate gold mine. He went alone. Sunset, no cell signal, just a camera, a flashlight, and way too much confidence. The trees towered over him like crooked statues, their branches intertwined above, blocking out the last rays of daylight. Everything was unnaturally still. No birds, no wind. Even the leaves refused to move. Then, from the silence, a whisper broke through. Eli, he spun around. Nothing. He smirked at the camera and said, "It must be wind." But he couldn't explain why his heart had started pounding. He kept walking. The deeper he went, the more the woods changed. Paths twisted. Trees leaned closer. His flashlight flickered, even though the batteries were new. Then he heard it again. "Eli, this way." The voice was soft, female, and just beneath it was the sound of crying. He hesitated, but curiosity won. He followed. Every step forward felt heavier, like the ground was trying to hold him back. His mind fogged, his breathing shallow. Still, he pressed on. Then the smell hit. Rot, damp earth, something dead. He covered his nose, pushed through some thorny brush and stopped. In front of him stood a tree, unlike the others. Blackened bark, twisted roots, and faces. Dozens of them, human faces, pressed into the bark like clay. Eyes bulging, mouths frozen mid-scream. One face looked like it was still moving. "Help us," it whispered. He stumbled backward. Branches grabbed at his clothes. The camera fell and cracked. He turned to run, but he wasn't alone anymore. Figures stepped out from behind the trees, tall, thin, skin like wet paper, and their eyes no pupils. Branches whipped his face. Something clawed his back. The whispers now screamed, not just his name, full sentences. "Stay with us. Don't go. You're almost home." He crashed into a clearing and collapsed. At the center stood a woman, or what used to be one. Her dress was tattered, her skin pale and stretched tight. But it was her mouth that froze him in place. It wasn't a mouth. It was a vertical slit from chin to chest, lined with jagged teeth. She didn't speak. She opened it, tanned. Out came the voices of everyone he'd heard. All at once, his own voice joined them. "Eli," he screamed, and closed his eyes. When he opened them again, he was back on the trail. It was morning. Birds chirped. Sunlight streamed through the trees. His flashlight and camera were by his feet, undamaged. He laughed in disbelief and ran to his car. He sped off, never looking back. He posted the footage that night. It blew up. Millions of views, but something was wrong. People started hearing things while watching. A woman's voice, calling their name. One viewer swore he saw his own face in one of the trees. Another said their reflection whispered, "Come back." The strangest thing, Eli hasn't uploaded since. He hasn't tweeted, texted, gone live, nothing. Some say it's part of his next big stunt, but others know better. If you pause the last frame of his final video, zoom in on the background, you'll see a tree covered in faces. And right in the center, frozen in horrors, Eli, still whispering, still calling out. And if you hear him, don't answer.